right there. All right, here we go. Another episode live. Welcome to R's Untitled. I, of course, am R, aka R Jones, and I also serve as moderator. Joining me tonight, as always, is the brother that was formerly from the BX Boogie Down Bronx, but now resides in North Carolina, Sir Dominic Donato. Well, thank you for joining me. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
Good evening, gents. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
I'm
We're
getting
gonna
ready to go
roll.
get my hat, man. Y'all all
Get,
got
get,
on
go
hats.
ahead, get your hat, brother. It's all good.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna introduce this young man down below. Great friend of mine, one of my best friends, straight from Hollis, Queens. David, thank you for joining me. Your mic is live as well. Hope all is well, brother.
What's good? How you doing?
Yeah,
Happy to be here.
yeah. As of course. It's funny because we had our boy Reggie with us and whatnot.
I sure, yeah.
Yeah, at the bowling alley, of course.
Of course.
What is that your cat?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had a cat, bro. I know you was a cat guy. I thought you was a dog. Or you like both?
I like both, but yeah.
Okay. What's the cat's name?
Munchie.
Munchie?
Yeah.
Reggie?
Yeah, Dave got a cat making his debut here on R's Untitled. I appreciate that.
Oh, she's been on before.
I got it.
Really? I never seen her.
Speaking of Reggie, before we go, that had to be one of the funniest times when he was in the truck. He showed us the garbage truck, remember?
Yeah.
Exactly. Couldn't believe that nonsense. And also, Mr. Live is just joined us. What's going on, Live? How you doing tonight? Thanks for being on with us.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's going on?
What's good, brother? What's good?
Cameras off, so we can only imagine.
You already know the deal. Listen, let me do a few things. Let's pay some bills real quick, so to speak.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, here we go again. I'm gonna put it out there. Like, share, and subscribe. Just like it says on the screen. Like, share, and subscribe. It would bring me such pleasure. It'd be an honor if you do so. So with that being said, hey, let's get into it. First thing on the docket, NFL football is here. The NFL Week 1. Everybody's excited. Oh, the hope, the hope springs eternal for so many teams. Where should we start off? I think I'm going to start with Daniel Jones with the Indiana Colts, and he had a
money bag.
He had an impressive game. I think he set some type of record where he was the only quarterback to just like march down the field successfully.
Yeah, every possession or something.
I believe so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every possession that Indianapolis had, they were scoring.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the score is 33-8 over the Miami Dolphins, who are in a bit of a pickle themselves with their situation. What was the stats? I'm trying to look at the stats. 22 of 29 for 272 yards and 1 touchdown. No interceptions. Good for him. Good for him. And the reason I say that is because, New Yorkers, we're kind of rough on teams and players and whatnot. And not just that. But let me. No, come on, stop it. No, but also too, honestly, some players are just not built to play in New York City.
That part. Let me just say, to that point, we never ran anybody out of here that didn't want to leave in the first place.
Okay. I remember old school Ed Whitson of the Yankees.
He was the first one that I think I heard about that.
Same here. He could not produce in New York City. I think Daniel Jones, and again, we're not talking about a guy that came from a college football powerhouse like Duke. You understand? And for him to come in, and I definitely blame what was the guy that picked this fool? Which general manager of the Giants picked this guy? I forget who it was.
What's it? I thought it began with a G.
Gettleman. Dave Gettleman.
Oh, as Mac used to say, Gettledum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gettledum.
More importantly, he only got sacked once,
I can't believe it. I mean, well, then again, is Indianapolis O-line better than the Giants? At this point, yes, because again, the Giants' best offensive lineman was out. That's Andrew Thomas, and he was out. But even during the years where Daniel Jones was with the Giants and whatnot, their line wasn't really the greatest anyway. To be perfectly honest, it really wasn't. So if you got an improved line, you got wide receivers that can get open. Yeah, it sounds like a success.
Their line started going south in Gazoo's last couple of years too. Manning, because he was running for his life with that big ass helmet on.
But they never fixed it.
No, that's what I mean. Are we going back that far?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So again, I mean, this guy, he goes to Indianapolis. I mean, wouldn't it be something if he like took this team as QB number 1 and led them to the playoffs? I just would find it hilarious. I'm sorry, you know.
So what type of team? What type of offensive team do they have?
It's a good question.
33.
It's a good question. Well, yeah, 30. They put up 33 points. But you talking about the personnel?
Yeah, because I say this, man. It's like we all know in New York about the managing quarterback, right? The Penningtons and the Grahams and the Browns, and you know what I'm saying? Like we know about these, just get us over the hump, or let's get us here, and then we got Rodney Hamptons, and you know what I'm saying? We got our stellar receivers, you know what I'm saying, to maybe take us someplace. As long as you can not turn over the ball, you can make some short yardage passes. You know what I'm saying? You maybe hit a deep one every now and then. We used to call Pennington noodle arm, rainbow arm, because 5-10 yards, and that was it. You know what I'm saying?
It. Exactly.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? But if this guy is that dude, right, and they have a competent, they have a little running game. They got a one wide receiver that could maybe be a threat, cross in the middle and stuff like that. He may be able to do exactly what you're talking about, because he was bad here. He was, like I remember my brother told me he was bad, right? But he wasn't like awful, right? Like it wasn't like he just wasn't that dude. He wasn't gonna take you nowhere, right?
Right.
But he was a functioning quarterback.
Right.
So
somebody said for you to stand up. Live.
Oh, we're not doing that.
I'm gonna leave live alone.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going. That sounds a little funny there. I go, why you want me to stand up? Yeah, I absolutely positively know a nigga in his drawers. I ain't never had that function, nigga. I'm in the crib.
Yeah, exactly. But live, to answer your question and whatnot, like you said, they got the one running back, Jonathan Taylor. He's a Pro Bowl running back and whatnot. You have a young wide receiver in Michael Pittman Jr., and he's more than serviceable. And then you got two other guys. I think I heard of Josh Downs before, but again, never really seen this guy go to a certain level and whatnot. And another one, Alec Pierce, is another wide receiver they have. So those guys, they have to step it up. Obviously, like you said, they could go in the slots and serve as a safety valve for Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? So, if the offensive line is there and it's improved and he has protection, he has time, I think any quarterback, I shouldn't say any quarterback, but most quarterbacks will succeed if they have the time and the receivers and the tight end run the routes correctly.
Right.
So,
well, isn't that like the bare minimum?
It is the bare minimum.
NFL quarterback, you should be able to give it that. Right.
And we talking about it's week 1, right? I mean, I ain't been going from the game long enough to know that these are not game, week 5 teams. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't run through nothing. They still cutting people damn near, right? They it's like so it's like it's kudos, like you said, kudos, good for that dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Good for him.
They're not in the hardest division either, are.
Well, that's true. This is true. Okay. But again, they faced what's the name? I just had Miami. Okay. They're not in the hard division.
Oh, okay. So they lost the 30, like he got them 30 to zip, right? I think it was like he beat them by 30. Yeah. I seen that score. Yeah, I seen that score.
Which tell me that. Well, I shouldn't even say it tells me that Miami's a bad team, and we're only talking about week one. Any team could be off and whatnot. We've seen that with Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? So they lost in Brazil and whatnot. So I think that score's like 27-20. So anything can happen. You know, the Jets and the Steelers. Now I'm not laughing at the Jet fans that are on this stream right now. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. However, and I kind of figured this was going to happen. I'll be honest with you. First of all, let me just say this: the Jets played well. They really played well in that first half. I was like, wow, they are on fire. I have to give it. And you guys even said yourselves as Jet fans, you just want to see them be competitive, and they accomplished that mission because they were very competitive. Kudos to Justin Fields and his play on the field. That pass to to Wilson though, that with the incomplete kind of killed the whole momentum, so to speak. But they played well. Now let me go to the other side. Mr. Aaron Rodgers. I've been saying this for a while now. Ever since that ACL, it takes. He can come back the next year, but he's not going to be 100%. It takes normally 16 to, I want to say, 24 months to get to 100% or as close to 100% as you're going to be with an ACL. And I saw this guy make some very good plays this past week. He did. For those that think he doesn't have it, and the diva talking, remember, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to be all-world Aaron Rodgers. Just be serviceable.
Right.
Put up 240 yards a game. That's more than enough. And you can succeed. And I know it's just one game, but I'm going to say it again. The Steelers are going to break that streak of getting to the playoffs and losing their first game. They're going to win a game. They're not going to win the next one when they get there, but they will break that streak and win one game and advance to the next round.
Do you know the Jets had them in 10 out of the 14 categories that's established during the game? 10 out of 14. And one of them that they didn't have was passing yards, 218 for Rodgers, 212 for Fields. The Jets shot themselves in the foot. Why are we going for 2 when you didn't have to go for 2? I didn't understand that. And I'm not saying that because they lost. I'm saying that during the game. Why are you doing this?
Dom, are you talking about the first one where there was the penalty on the miss? Yeah, I said the same thing. I said, this is going to bite them. Early on, I understand that Aaron Glenn is trying to set up like a precedent of being aggressive.
Yes.
There is a smart time to be aggressive, and I thought it was unnecessary. Go back, kick it again, get that 1 point, because then after that, you play the rest of the game trying to compensate for that. And I think and they lost by 2.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
That's crazy.
Two unnecessary 2-point conversions. And you lose by 2 points.
2 points.
We can say what we want about the fumble on the kickoff.
Right.
That guy has been released. That's how crazy the NFL is.
That's
one
crazy.
Fumble.
But that's
that
crazy.
Being said, the fumble, yes, that was. But come on, you can't take a guy like Justin Fields. This guy's been on the hot seat since he came out of college. Didn't he win a national championship? I have to look it up. I know he went to Ohio State.
Okay.
This guy been on the hot seat. He didn't have no team in Chicago.
No.
Matter of fact, he didn't have no team on the team he lost to Sunday when he played for damn Pittsburgh. They kept flip-flopping him and Russell Wilson. I'm just saying, this guy, he gets his big shot in New York, opening day. And you do this? Why? I couldn't understand it, Dave. I know we're Jet fans.
Yeah.
I can say one thing, guys. If I was saying it today, easy. We lost by 2. We missed 2. No, I was saying that shit during the game. Why?
I'm with you. I was watching the game, and I was saying the same thing because I think also, particularly in football, momentum is a big thing. And when you have an opportunity to come out of it with something positive, the score, very positive, and then you turn around and you kill it. Now, to their credit, Fields and they were resilient. They came back and kept every time Pittsburgh would score, they came back. And I remember I was texting my cousin and I was saying that these aren't the same old Jets in that regard.
No.
So I give them credit, but football is, there's 17 games.
Right.
And there's not a whole lot of room for moral victories. Not if you want to establish yourself. I think that they need to be a playoff team. They don't have to win, but they need to be a playoff team to serve notice that there is a shift. You got a new coach. You got a new starting quarterback. I think this game on Sunday is going to be even bigger now because we don't want to start off 0-2.
Right, exactly.
Who they play now?
You had 120 something more yards than them. You had 3 times more rushing yards than them. All that rushing yards. I don't know, because guess what? You're rushing that well. That means, and it is 9 different minutes in time of possession, 182 yards rushing, and you had the ball for almost 10 minutes more than them. That's a win, guys.
That's what I'm about to say. I was about to say. I was about to say. It sounded like a win. Yeah, for sure.
And the last thing for me is that is the whole point. When we talk about moral victories, you take a situation where, okay, nobody expected you to win, and then you showed up and you showed well enough to be competitive, and people say, well, we can build on that. We can take something away from that. Not when that's a game that you had. They really should have won that game. And so the moral part of it gets lost because now you're looking at, well, I don't want to say they blew the game, but there were winnable opportunities. Yeah, I didn't want to go that far, but there were winnable opportunities, and they mismanaged that. And sometimes in trying to be too cute and too clever, I think that Aaron Glenn would have served himself better. He didn't have to show his whole hand about what kind of coach he was going to be in the first game. Just get the win. Get the win. And then we can build on that. And then you can get cute and clever and everything else.
Is it me? And I'll leave it at this. Again, I got to take my Jet hat off. But as a Jet fan or just watching a football game, I didn't think Pittsburgh was that much better than the Jets.
They weren't.
If I didn't see what I said in live watching the game, I was so fortunate that I kept telling you, man, I hope this is the game of the week on CBS.
Yeah.
And I can watch it because I know what I'm getting on Fox. I'm getting the Panthers.
Right.
And when the game came on, I'm thinking they ain't that much better than us. I don't give 2 shits about who their coach is. You still got to play. And guess what? They played their ass off, guys. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah. That was
They did. And you know what?
It was a win, guys. That we
it was. And I don't want to place any blame on Glenn, the coach, and whatnot. I think he's just trying to establish himself with a different identity and whatnot, away from the Salas and whoever was the coach before that. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to set his own kind of like standard and whatnot. And I respect it.
I respect it. I don't think it was necessary at that point. But it's his decision, and I see him as somebody that just as he holds his players accountable, he holds himself accountable. So I give him credit for that, and that's a shift. So I just feel as a Jet fan who was disappointed in the loss, I'm going to maybe nitpick on certain things, but this is what is it, Wednesday evening quarterbacking at this point. But
understood.
And I keep saying, and on that note, and guess what, Dave? A 60-yard field goal
I know. Still, yeah, and that's what it took to beat them. So,
right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, let me take the time right now to bring in a couple people. The Bishop, your mic is live. Thanks for joining us. And also, Moody. Sir Moody is here. Don't worry, Moody. I didn't get into the juicy part, pause, of the show yet. So that
he looks like he's at the drive-through at McDonald's.
Yeah, he does. He does look like that. Yeah.
Well, after such an extended stay away, I would like to say, hello, my brothers. It is the darkness. I return with a little bit of light for the moment. Y'all know I move around. I'm sitting at my kitchen desk. And I probably do. It does look like a drive. Yo, can I take y'all order?
That's right.
I'll take your order. Yeah, what's up, fellas? Hey, I miss y'all guys, man. Good to be on.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, brother.
Moody's gonna be chasing that Wi-Fi in a minute.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Last time there was like a deer in the forest. Moody was out there. he looked like he was filming the Blair Witch Project. He was.
I'm just saying, man. That's that country living. You should. You know what I'm saying. Y'all should know about that country living, man.
What a way to welcome them back. Don't be popping up in no onesie.
There was a rabbit and a deer. We don't live like we kind of in the city portion of the country. Like we in Decatur, Georgia. There was a rabbit and a deer, and I happened to come outside on my deck to drink my my
moonshine.
Yeah, it was. I was about to lie to y'all and say Rise Coffee, but that Miller Lite is not Rise. And so I came out, and it was a rabbit and a deer. And it was just in the backyard, and it was looking at me like they paid mortgage up in this bitch. And I thought about that
because they do.
That was they stopped. So
that was Bambi and Thumper.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that though. The rabbit hopped off. The deer kind of did give me a look like I'll see you. I'm gonna catch you later, son. And I was like, okay, I'm not afraid of the rabbit, but I think the deer got something. I'm like, all right. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, we hear you.
Yo, what up, Moody? What happened to my two-piece and large fry? You forgot my biscuit.
Is that me? I owe you that? Do I owe somebody a two-piece?
Yo, somebody didn't put my biscuit in my box.
Yo, kid. Yo, man. If I owe it, man, I gotta pay that.
It's like, yo, you look like you had Kentucky Fried Chicken, yo.
You got the yellow line like McDonald's.
That's what he said. That's what he said, though. That's exactly what he said.
That's the golden arches behind him.
Listen, if you got a problem with me, you can speak to the manager.
And then going to turn around and say, "I am the manager."
I am the manager.
Wow.
All you need is like ours headphones with the little microphone on it.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, don't make me get them. You know I got them in my office. Don't make me run to get them shits because I will just for the compliment.
I know you will.
Jesus. Listen, let's get with the other New York team, the New York Giants, and what happened with them. Since Bishop is here, he's a Giant fan. Moody, you're a Giant fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What happened?
They got something to work with. I
didn't feel horrible about that.
Nah, Russell still got some. He still got something left. We just got to get an offensive line and give him some time. Everything was a rush. It's like every throw that he made was like a rush throw. It's like you got to give him some time. Yeah.
I didn't see the game, so you guys would have more. Info.
I only saw half. I feel like this with the Giants, with a lot of New York teams. I mean, let's just keep it real, guys. We every year we've realized that we need to just wish for the best. That's like the dynasty days are over. I'm not going to say they're not going to come back, but what I look for with New York Giants football, I just look for progress. It's not about the W's or the L's because I know we're going to fucking lose. And so it's not really about the W or the L's with me. It's just you see signs of improvement. But like King just said, Russell has a limited amount of time, and he has to they have to hurry up and get him aligned while he has the time. Because he definitely cannot run for his life back there at this stage. Not every play.
You know what I found kind of just like alarming to me with him and whatnot was the coach being not too committed to him starting for week 2 early on.
Right.
You know, I found that kind of troubling. I was like, wow, after one game and again, like I said, I didn't see the game, but to kind of have that non-committal like out
after
there
week one.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So I watched the whole game, and what I saw, like Russell he still can throw accurately. He can scramble when necessary. He ain't, he ain't a young gun. He ain't, scrambling. He's not a threat with his legs. Like, he's not like that. But if you give him the opportunity, he will take it. But they just didn't give him the time to throw. And it's like, he's a seasoned quarterback. It's like he needs time to get comfortable, and then he'll start picking you apart, picking defense apart. He didn't have any time. Like the line, the pocket was like closing. Like it was like 3, 2, 1, and the pocket was closed. And it's like even when he had an opportunity to throw, it's like so many hands. So it's like so crowded. You know what I mean? And a couple of times it's like, how do you expect him to do it? No quarterback is going to be able to, unless you're a quarterback that as soon as you receive it, you throw in it. It's like you got to give the receivers a chance to run their routes. It's like, the pocket is closing too. I don't know what they did, and they didn't have any run game. Boy, we could really.
I was going to say that, Bishop. I'm looking at the numbers.
Yeah, boy, we could use a running back right now.
They threw the ball 37 times.
Right.
But I'm just looking at the numbers.
Same here.
I'm assuming they threw that much and rushed so infrequently because they was losing big.
No.
And they were trying to get back in the game fast.
No, they just couldn't run, and the only successful running was Russell Wilson.
And that's just a problem. I start to think we had talked about this some months ago, fellas. Like, and I still stick to it. I just think that what sports is. I just remember these teams building franchises. I hate Jerry Jones with a passion, but the thing about it is,
these
people that built they built franchises, empty seats, half full, fully full. They were more worried about the franchises. Look at in any sport. Look at the Golden State Warriors upon their resurgence. They didn't even care so much about the crowd. They were just putting these pieces together. I think the poison of any kind of ownership in any sport. Right now, this is an ass in the seats industry. And so the Giants are just like, we got Russell Westbrook. That'll make people turn the TV on. I mean, it is Russell Westbrook. He's married to Sierra. Yeah, I don't know if these guys are thinking past anything. Right now, it's just ass in seats, in my opinion. I don't know if there's any team building going on like the old days, but perhaps I shouldn't expect things to be like they were before. You know what I mean?
I never understood football, though. I never really got so into it. I've always been a Jet fan.
Right.
But I never really got into it until I started messing with you guys, and I started looking at some of the interesting. I didn't know that they rotate teams that fast. Like, these guys are on 3-year contracts, but they're gone after year 1.
Right.
Because they don't want to. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay.
Constantly spinning the wheels, and
they don't want to pay.
Wow. Yeah, and it's the injuries too, man. It's not all the time. Like it's football is a very. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I stopped watching it, man. It is brutal. Like it is brutal, and the type of contracts as opposed to how much you put on the line physically, it don't equate. It's not an equal situation. You know
No.
I would think that the football players, like I always thought football players were like smart. And
not me.
What I realized is they are like they don't really have like any sense of like unity in the sense that like how do you allow in the bargaining agreement, how do you allow them not to guarantee your money when you put in your life in limb? When you put your life and limb on the line,
I mean,
and it's like, you could change your life in the span of like, in the blink of an eye, your life could be changed.
Right.
It's not guaranteed.
It's the same thing with recording artists, right? You got that's something that them brothers grew up playing, and they love it. I mean, you gotta love something where you in a 70-mile car crash every fucking play. Like you gotta love that shit, right? Yeah. So you put that on the line, and then you come into the house where you finally achieved your dream and shit, and they go, "Yo, listen, we want to give you 5 cents for your dollar's worth." You understand what I'm saying? And it's like if you can excel in this amongst all these other players that have the same dream, then you know what I'm saying. Now it's up to you to play the hustle game because you in that house. That house, you have to abide by those rules. You know what I'm saying? So it's impossible.
It's not like they don't have the money, but it's not like they don't have the money. These stadiums are holding how many? 40,000, 50,000.
I was about to say 50, 60.
And I'm just saying conservatively. So the owners are just banking, and and only people getting paid are like the quarterback and maybe somebody
wide receivers.
Yeah, maybe an outstanding wide receiver, and everybody else is just like, you get a contract, and then in the fine print, it says, this contract is worth $45 million. However, if it rains on Tuesday or the sun shines on that Tuesday, or it's daylight on a Tuesday, and you don't get the rest of your money, or you only get 10% of it. And so it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Somebody got skills. Somebody got skills.
Yeah.
Somebody
does
got
anybody remember? Does anybody
remember this for years, guys? Their union sucks. Their union. We said this shit for years. Their union sucks. You got 101 players on the team, and your salary cap is $100. The math ain't mathing.
Math ain't. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
If I'm not mistaken, there's 52 guys on the NFL team, right?
Yeah,
I believe
and the salary cap is like 138 million.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Come on, man. Kevin Durant's making that in 2 years.
And they got the money. It ain't like they don't have the money. They have the money.
Of course they got the money.
No, they got the money. They got the money.
Listen,
nobody can fight this union.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on.
Bishop just said it. It's unity. Nobody. They don't have no unity.
I want to hear this. I heard you got some bars, son. What's going on, Mr. Live?
Huh? Where that come from?
Look at your screen.
Look at your screen, brother.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
They don't know about you live. You better tell them.
I used to, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, man, it was what I did. I spent my youth traveling the world rapping and shit. So
okay.
Oh, you sound like me. I heard bars. Y'all ain't catch it though. See, that's what I'm saying. Like we getting too old. I heard somebody go bars. Everybody here missed it. I heard somebody go bars, and I was like. What bar? We spitting? No, we spitting tonight? Like what we doing though? You know what I'm saying? I got crazy Geritol raps.
Live. Did you drop anything that we might know?
Yeah. If you put drama class mr.live, it'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? I did my thing in the 90s, man. Like that whole New York 90 scene I was a part of from like 19 let's say 1990 to about 2007. I put out, I was on profile with Run DMC and all that, had a single, went triple wood, you know what I'm saying? Got released off of that. And put out my own stuff. Well, Barbito Garcia put out a single for me in 94, 95, and I was able to have a nice career.
Right.
Traveling, doing underground and going overseas from like 94 to about 07, and I put an album out in French. So,
exactly. That's what's up, dog.
You'll be able to find it online. I don't brag about it. Nothing. It was a period.
I like that. I like that.
I think
that's so dope.
Remember when you was putting a little bit here and there on? I think it was Facebook.
Live said he don't brag about it. Yo, Live he used
but he did it because he know. He know.
Yo, baby, you don't know who I am. You better look me up.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. Way before the internet age, guys like us. I toured with Coolio. I was on Coolio's compilation album. I was on Sam Salter's tour. We was doing the leg with the Killer Bees from the Woo. We had all these things going on, and we've been around. I never thought I'd go to Japan because I was like,
right. I put a set. I got a maxi single out in Japan. On the Harlem Records.
And then we went, and then I went. I'm sorry, but then I went. Like I got to travel also. Doing kickboxing and stuff. The first time I ever got my jaw like broke and forgot my name and nationality and where I was from and who my mama was, I was actually overseas. I almost got killed overseas, not on home soil. But those experiences at 55, let me tell you something. So many older guys in so many different kind of industries, they have done it. You may not hear about them. They probably wrote some stuff you don't know. But we've done a lot of stuff. But for me, what's the end result now? Happiness, health.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
If I could just touch that for 1 second, man. I made a conscious choice not to re-enter the industry. Right. What I did was put out my own stuff. I got P&D deals. I was able to distribute and license my own shit at my own rate. And did my own thing. I turned down, Brian Chin, who signed Madonna, Eric Sadler. You know what I'm saying? The Bomb Squad. I turned down when Keith and Hank Shockley took over Uptown Records, and I turned them down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it was lucrative enough, but they wouldn't buy my grandmother a house, so I was good. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't settle for shit. I didn't settle for nothing. So I was good. I had a part-time job and I was in Japan. I'll be in fucking Banana Republic fucking 1 week and I'll be in Japan the next week. You know what I'm saying? So I was good with that.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Not at all, no Diddy. Diddy didn't want to fuck with a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't Diddy back in the day. Hey, listen, Diddy had to get your neck broke back in that era, bro.
That's it.
It wasn't no Diddy for sure.
Exactly.
Can I interrupt? I want to shout this out to David because David remembers. I just want to say, and Dave will catch what I'm talking about. It's an honor to have two esteemed entertainers on this show because the biggest. Wait, when I say this for a reason, because we had one named Bigger Don. Remember Bigger?
I remember Bigger.
Bigger Don. I don't know if Don was with us at that time, but Bigger Don. Yeah, that guy. I was like, dude, he's one of those guys. You guys talk about being humble and stuff like that. This was the most non-humblest wannabe superstar, very opinionated, and I took a picture with this guy. I took a picture with that guy. And of course, he was a Cowboy fan.
Oh boy, another nut rider.
Exactly.
Strikes. Damn.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing that remember this, Dave. Zeke and Dak are gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
After that first year. Yeah. You remember that? Remember that talk? We was like, yo, what? They're not even done with their first season, and you talking this smack like that?
This guy, and he was so like, I mean, y'all used to rip him to shreds, and then he'd run away for a while, and he'd come back,
and we rip him to shreds again.
Yeah. He was pathetic. He always had a picture with some celebrity, and he was. Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, the brother tell you, man, you travel with Coolio, man. You ain't gotta talk about nothing. That's certified. Right, you understand what I'm saying? That's certified.
I can't.
Like you could just Google that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't brag about nothing. I'll be like, yo, y'all can Google that. You know what I'm saying? That'll prove itself, you know. And it ain't nothing crazy. It ain't nothing, you know. I didn't do the champagne thing, the millions of hoes, no crazy money, man. I was able to purchase some land down south, and that was about it.
There you go.
Well, we know you're humble, Live, because we've been doing this for how long?
Exactly.
Only a handful of us knew it.
I don't think either one of us. Yeah, I don't think we, because it's just a thing. But I will say the champagne thing I never cared about. The reason I did get my profile when Polk and Tone from the Trackmasters, when Polk was the A&R at Sony.
Right,
for a moment.
Right.
And so Polk wanted to sign me to a single deal. So what I talked about a lot is at that stage in my life, I talked about what I knew. I drank a lot. I had a lot of fights, and I banged a lot of chicks. That's what my raps was about. And then I was like I was more of a positive minded dude. So I had a song about taking care of the homeless. I had like this. That's what Moody is about. It's like there's a dichotomy within me just naturally, right?
Right.
So, but then I'm talking to Polk. He was like, "We can sign it right now." This is when they used to give out production deals.
Yeah,
they used to give you a production deal. Yeah.
No, I'm quite familiar with the Trackmasters. I had my people's Wordsworth Punchline. They were signed to them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm very I know he came under Chubb Rock. I know Polk or Tone. One of them came under Howie T team. So yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that was real well. Yeah.
Howie T was right off of. Yo, we all got a link up. Period, Joe. Y'all come to Joe. I'm more than welcome to the crib.
Yeah,
we used to be at Howie House all the time. He was right off Schenectady Avenue.
Very underrated. Very He had a stable, very underrated dude for hip hop, the early hip hop, man. You know, Special Ed. You know what I'm saying? Some of Marley team.
You put Big Sean on. Yeah, he put Big Sean on. We didn't know Big Sean would turn out to be a murderer, and so he could kind of rap, but all the girls liked him, and so they was, you know. But yeah, man, those are the I tell people all the time when you come to Atlanta, the reason I'm so quiet about anything that I got going on is just because in Atlanta, when you come to Atlanta, unlike Cali and maybe unlike New York, you may pull up to a red light on Piedmont and Peachtree. And you may pull up to somebody in a Bentley coupe or a Mercedes. I don't care. I've had very nice cars, but I like my Hyundai. I got a Hyundai Santa Fe. I love my shit. It gets 38 miles to the gallon, and I kind of really love it. And so
good highway car. Yeah.
Right. I'm telling you, bro. And like you pull up to somebody in Atlanta and they're in a car. There's an unfortunate stereotype for Black men and women, period. So when we pull up to, not all of us are guilty, but when we pull up to things, it's like, oh man, are we trying to peek? And is that the lawyer?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Do not sleep on this thing called ghostwriting. Do not sleep on this thing called confidentiality agreements. And what happens is you're probably next to somebody that did more work than you can ever know.
Ever.
True.
And you will never know. And that's the way I grew up. My father told me, if you got it, don't show it. And don't show it if you got it. And I was like, wow, when you know what I'm saying? So don't sleep. Yeah. It's a lot of artists that they did their things, they saw the world. Not everybody can say, I went to the red light district and I got some vagina from a chick that was sitting in the window. I said, "Yo, it's just like is she a mannequin?"
That's a couple of places. That's France. That's Germany. That's wow. Yeah, nah.
Oh, Dom, I know your ass, no, Dom. Yeah, we know you. Dom, no.
Frankfurt. Well, that's dope.
Oh,
So Denmark. Denmark is a nice place.
Now we know your angle, Live. Word up.
That's right.
Now we know your angle. Word up.
Not an angle, kid.
Baby.
I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't even retired so much as I just don't pump it no more. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I put it like this. I'm pissed off that y'all see the way I stick to this boycott and shit. I did the same thing with the hip hop shit. I was that dude was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want no major I did want a major record deal, but I wanted it my way. And if it wasn't gonna be my way, then I was good with what I was doing. So I was blessed not to be a greedy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
That's it.
Maybe we drop some bars at the end of the show sometime for old times' sake. Let's get it. Just one verse, because my memory only good for a verse. My memory only good for one.
I got one. I got one or two.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I'd love to see that.
Yes.
Let's get
doing an album together. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Nice.
Let's get back on track. Before I move to NBA, anybody want to talk about this Bills game against the Ravens?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a back and forth game. I mean, they Bills outlasted the Ravens because when once that running back fumbled the ball, it seemed like it deflated the Ravens. And,
talking about Derrick Henry.
Yeah, when he fumbled the ball, they couldn't stop him. And then he just was careless with the ball on one, and then the whole momentum changed.
Right.
And then Bills, they lucked up and won it. It was one of those games where it was like, yeah, the Bills could lose this. They could kind of the Bills.
Yes.
It's never a certainty because they could have just as easy lost that game.
Right.
Did they release that dude that fumbled the ball?
No.
No.
That was the Jets. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Kick returner.
So you know
right.
What I found interesting about this is you had a game where you had our old team beat his future team, while his current team beat the Jets.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. That's fucked up, by the way. But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you honestly, the Bills, they're on some bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. See, obviously they want me to come back to them, so they're gonna pull off this miraculous win and think I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm back with Buffalo." Now I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
One game.
What team are you with now?
I have no.
City.
Get the fuck out of here.
Still the Bills.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not. I'm
JC. He my homie.
No.
He my homie.
To Bishop's point, the Bills outlasted the Ravens. Me, I can't do it, guys. I must have felt. Plus, it wasn't close. I must have fell asleep in the third quarter.
Nah, it was a yo.
I know it was a good game too.
Yo, the receiver, one of them receivers made a one-handed catch in the end zone with two defenders on him. With two defenders on him, he just stuck his arm out and grabbed the ball with one hand. It was like touchdown, or with two people guarding him. Wow. I was like, yo, that was amazing, and it was wasted. It was.
I don't know, guys. It's a toss-up because it's like either the Bills or the Ravens. Neither one of them could get out their own way at times. I saw one of y'all. Somebody was chit-chatting in the text that they just sometimes can't seem to get out there. We know the Bills. I mean.
Well,
between them and the Ravens,
it's kind of true though. It's kind of true. The Ravens, they shoot themselves in the foot, with these stupid decisions, whatnot, and these boneheaded plays during crucial moments of the game.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
They should have won that. They just didn't. The only thing they had to do was stay solid. They were up by 2 scores.
Right. Exactly.
In the fourth quarter, just stay solid. Run the ball, which is what they were doing, and it's just like, dude, like, how could you fumble that? There was nothing at stake other than just keep moving the ball, getting first downs, eating clock up. That's it. That's it. The quarterback had a pretty good game. The receivers were on point. They were playing great defense. They were stopping Buffalo. It was like third and like 2. They were stopping them. It was a tough game. But then, like, when he fumbled that ball, it just deflated. It just deflated everybody. And then Buffalo started hitting 10 yards here, 15 yards here, then a run, then a missed tackle. Then next thing you know, they were looking for a field goal. Then they scored. It was like,
do you blame the coach for that? Do you blame the coach for them losing focus? No.
Nope. It was the running back. He
ran for 170 yards. He had
doing whatever
10
he
yards
wanted.
a pop.
He was doing whatever he wanted. Like he was busting through the line, doing whatever he wanted, and then just on one play, it was like, it was a 5-6 yard run. The dude punched the ball out from underneath the bottom, and it was just like,
wow.
And it was like, normally when you have those kind of plays, dudes on the team be like, like somebody get in his face, and it's game one, and that dude is huge. He's huge. So everybody just was kind of like, we didn't want it to happen, but everybody just be quiet. Catch the beat down.
Right. Well, let me just read this from Steve. His thoughts of week one was he was shocked that the Ravens lost. Aaron Rodgers 4 TDs at the Jets, quote unquote revenge. Commanders look legit. Hope they win the East. If the Giants won't, Stafford can still quarterback, and the Vikings have a complete team.
Just week one. That's it.
Well, I heard, but that's the weird thing about football, though.
McCarthy, I heard it was very impressive.
Yeah.
Just week one. Just week one.
There it is.
Okay, guys.
But in football, week 1, week 2, week 3, and your ass is out of it. Depending on what division you're in.
True that.
It was just one game.
Now in football, you're always playing catch up. Like after you lose your first game, what are you thinking? Man, I can't go 0-2.
Yeah,
second one, man. I can't go 0-3.
It's all percentage base. Yeah, in the NBA, you got a little bit of time to really
turn it around.
Yeah.
It's just game one. Like I said, because game one, what's the name? The Indianapolis Colts. Danny Dimes looked like an amazing quarterback, and it's just like, it's one game. It's one game.
One game. Yeah, you're right.
Give him time. Give him time.
He's had enough time. He's had time.
He'll be down. No, he'll be Dimes again. By game 3, he's going to drop back in the pocket and throw that motherfucking football to a cheerleader by accident.
Exactly.
So,
oh boy.
I don't know, guys. Come week 3, they might be 3-0 according to their schedule.
Okay, now.
Let's see. Any given Sunday, baby.
Exactly, Moody. Exactly.
Any given Sunday.
If week one bump up is not a indication, Aaron Rodgers looked like the old Aaron Rodgers, and we all know who Aaron Rodgers is. So it's kind of like, I just wanted to show the Jets that I can still play in this. Dude, you had how many games with the Jets that you could have proved that you could play while you were on their roster, but you wait until you get to another team to prove to them
that I don't know about that. I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't like him. I always said that, guys. Remember when he used to bitch about the team don't put nobody around him?
Yes,
but you're making $80 million, so there's no money to put. We know
you had your personal opinion, Dom, and I respect it, but I get it. But again, like I said, I'm sorry. I still think that he's more at 100% this year, and we're gonna see that. We're gonna see it. And did he really have a bad year that last year with the Jets? Did he really have a bad year like that? Take a look at his stats. Was it really that bad? I don't think.
Did they win?
Doesn't matter. I'm talking about his stats.
No, I'm talking about did the team win?
They didn't win.
Okay. So he, obviously he wasn't that good, or he would have got them some more wins.
Take a look at the stats, bro. It wasn't that bad. Take a look at the stats. There's other parts of the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Now you're defending.
I'm not defending it.
And Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying that it wasn't as bad statistically for Aaron Rodgers.
But I think that's a little. I think that's a little skewed to especially me and Dave being Jet fans. We were so far behind. It was just like he was throwing the ball.
Right.
Every game we were losing, so he was throwing the ball. I'm not taking nothing away from the guy. He still looks accurate. He's not going to throw 50-yard bombs. He does what he does, and it's like, okay, now stop me. And considering where the Steelers were last year with the topsy-turvy quarterback situation, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. You know that. So
you have week one. Once teams adjust, and figure out, okay, this is what he can't do, and they start picking him off and doing the stuff that they normally do. It's like, yeah, you haven't morphed into anything else. You just change your scenery. That's all. So all of a sudden now he moves on to Pittsburgh, and now he's gonna have a resurgence. And they go, nah, not really. I don't believe it.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's move on to the lane of the NBA. Ripped from ESPN. Yes, I took stuff from them. Yes, I did. Which newcomers will have the biggest influence this season? Kevin Durant, Mike Brown, Cameron Johnson, as it like to be called, I guess. Desmond Bane, Myles Turner, Cooper Flagg, or VJ Edgecombe. Right off the bat, I would think right off the bat that everybody would probably say Kevin Durant at 37 years old and with the Houston Rockets. He's the missing piece. Supposedly, he's going to be the go-to guy when they need that big shot. So,
see, and that to that point, you know what I'm saying? It's now that you're not spreading the wealth and running and gunning with youth no more. Now it's a game plan. So now we're gonna see what this is a Udoka team now, and it's a Udoka driven idea because again with Durant, it's what is he gonna do? Is he gonna be that 30-point game dude? You know what I'm saying? Or is you relying on youth and then like you just said, he coming in for that guaranteed big shot. It's all of that is planned. I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna get through the West, right?
Okay.
With all of the competition there's a learning curve of who they gonna have to find a new identity now with him there. So
I look at it. I look at it the other way. Like he's a mismatch every night.
Of course.
He doesn't need 30 shots to get 30 points. He'll take like in the 12 shots and have like 35 points. It's just like crazy to me. And he does that like regularly. So it's like some nights it's like, okay, well I got 25. Yeah, I took 12 shots. I got 25 points with shots and the free throws or whatever. He's extremely efficient. So I think what will happen is they'll start playing a more cerebral game because now you got them young guns, you got the defenders, you got that the twin, the kid that can guard like 1 through 4.
Thompson. Amen.
Yeah, you got the big, and you got the other guys who complement what they have. So I think they're gonna be tough. I don't know if they're coming out the West, but I think they're gonna be solid. They're gonna be much more solid.
Right.
Well, I think where what's the name went? Green. It's like, Phoenix. They just basically got like a younger Bradley Beal with braids.
I'll tell you what, Jabari, me and Steve talked about it one time. Because I had Houston coming out of the West last year.
Yes, you did.
And me and Steve was like, this Jabari Smith got to show up. You're 6'10", you're getting 6 rebounds a night. You can't do that. Like Bishop just said, you got Thompson, you got Van Fleet, you got Durant, you Sagoon, you got a good coach, and this guy is 6'10", getting 6 rebounds. Come on, man, really? You got to do better because, like we just said, we went through 4 or 5 guys on their team that are legit. And let's not forget, guys, without Kevin Durant, they were the 2 seed in the West.
Right.
So did they upgrade getting Durant? Yeah. Will they be the 2 seed again? I don't know. I think Cam Johnson is going to make a big difference because that's a super upgrade for Denver. And I was always a Michael Porter Jr. fan.
You were.
Yes,
you were, Tom. Yes, you were.
But now you get the double dose. This kid could shoot. He's a good wing defender. And Denver went and got a bench. So it's gonna be tough out there in the West. I don't know if Durant's going to the conference finals. I ain't gonna say that. But he's an upgrade from what they had, even at 101 years old. Yeah. He's gonna get you 30 points a night if he wants.
Yeah,
and he's efficient.
I was confused about the Cam Johnson thing because I'm like, don't Aaron Gordon do the same thing?
Right.
The 2 of them are the same players. Are the same players.
But Cam could shoot a lot better.
Yeah, I think Cam can shoot a lot better.
Yeah, he's a better 3-and-D guy.
Right. Today.
Yeah, and Aaron Gordon still got some life in him, but he's kind of up there now, guys. That young man
you
been around
you
for
gotta
a
admit,
minute.
you know what I'm saying? Like Cam Johnson, that boy is Mephisto. He disappears. Like he's every 3 games. He's not that guy. When we was talking about getting them threes, man, and everybody was talking about, maybe snack, because this was even before we had got this was actually before we got Bridges, man. They were talking about Cam Johnson. And I was like, yeah, the prototype is all that, man, but he's never there. It's a reason why they record was the way it was. You know what I'm saying? Because he's never there. Like he's never there. Like he get his little 16.
The whole team wasn't there.
I'm saying that's the one from the Nets.
Yeah, Cam Johnson.
So he had an opportunity. He had an opportunity to get buckets because they didn't have anybody.
Yes, sir.
They didn't have anybody in
Hold
Brooklyn.
up, guys. Hold up.
Yes, sir.
He was on the team with what's his name? The guy that never saw a shot he didn't like.
Cam Johnson.
Yeah, Cam Johnson.
Yeah,
That's 40 shots a night right there.
Yeah, but you still
he still averaged 19, 5, 4, shot 47 and 40. On the Nets.
That dude Cam is Chuck City though. That dude.
Yeah, he is. Thank you, Locke.
Yeah, he is Chuck City, man.
As soon as you touch the ball, it's like.
But he scored though, so it's like.
He's shoot that much, you're gonna score.
He get buckets, Some
no,
nights
he do. He do get buckets. It's amazing how he is a scorer, man. He is a scorer.
Right.
Sometimes I don't even believe it. I'm like, yo, he's really getting his money. Every game I see him in, but like
Cam Thomas.
Yeah. And
he averaged 24. I mean,
that's crazy. 24.
Yeah,
that's insane.
But he averaged 18. He averaged 18.2 shots a night. That's average.
Oh damn!
He
18
a lot of nights.
Yeah. So when you say Cam Johnson was scoring those points, it's like, okay, so now you're gonna be going to a decent
Denver.
Team where the expectation is that you're going to be able to deliver game after game after game, and you can't have periods where you barely make a shot or you like spacing out. You know what I'm saying? Where you out there because everything is like, when they're winning, Joker is the greatest, the revolutionary of big man basketball. But when they losing, it's all his teammates. They haven't delivered.
They upgraded.
They haven't delivered. But I'm saying, you know what the storyline is. When they're winning, he gets all the praise. But when they losing, the teammates got to step up.
That's true, though. He didn't have nobody that steps. Again, Michael Porter Jr., who I always liked, inconsistent. Yeah. And then you only had him and Murray. You had Westbrook coming off the bench. No shade. I like Westbrook too, but you never know which Westbrook you're going to get.
That's why they ain't signed his ass. That's why they ain't signed his ass.
Exactly. Like, people will say the same thing about us. We had such a deep bench last year we didn't use. Ain't none of them motherfuckers got a job this year, do they?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, right.
Ain't none of them got a job, Stop. They're still looking for jobs. Precious Achua, Cam, what's the shooter's name? Shammy.
They might bring him back.
They might
bring him back.
Yeah, no, Shammy might
say
get
this,
some
though. The
burn.
Knicks did a good thing. I didn't know. This is the one thing I like about the Knicks, not to get on the Knicks, but they keep everything hush-hush. Nobody would have knew they offered Ben Simmons a contract.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just came out of nowhere the other day.
Let's talk about that for a hot second.
Yeah.
Right?
Please. Go right ahead, Live.
I'm glad he declined. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm just going like I think when we talked about it first, when they was talking about that shit, I had said any team that seriously puts him on their bench is not serious about a title. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, again, the stats show that he was a very productive person, a player. I think with the Clippers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, right. You understand what I'm saying? So the stats mess you up, but like considering his antics and everything about it, like you even if it's at the vet's minimum, like you seriously was going now again, if we just throw shit to the side and go, damn, like if we could get a 6'10" ball handling defender, 1 in the 5 guy, right, for the vets minimum, like a damn near a perennial all-star almost, right? If we can get that dude at 75% to just be on the bench passing Gatorade, then it's cool. But then you gotta think about the Missy Elliott outfits and the Kardashians and all of that other stuff. Yeah.
You know what they said, guys, and please don't no Diddy as y'all say. They said one of the biggest problems with Ben Simmons is he was too worried about his physique, his chest, and how baby oil looked on his chest.
What?
I just heard this on. I heard this on NBA radio. They said this guy was too into all of this and not. I just heard it this week on what's that morning show, Bishop, on Sirius? The starting lineup.
Starting lineup. So him and Shamar Moore got something in common.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But Jamal Moore ain't playing basketball, man.
It's like, yo,
what you want that dude on your team for, man?
Thank you, Live. Thank you. Thank you.
That's my point. It ain't even with him, man. It's with Rose and offering him a fucking deal. That's what I'm worried about.
Well,
I'm like,
I think if you look at it from pure basketball, if you said, even if he went out there and defended, if he was able to defend at a high level, 1 through 5, we could throw him on. If we could throw him on anybody, we can throw him on Durant. We could throw him on Ben. We could throw him on the center. We could throw him on Edwards. We could throw him on Anthony Edwards. We could throw him on. So it's like, looking at it from that perspective. But if he's still in that crazy, if he's still in that crazy mental space, it's like, finish.
Now you're wasting a roster spot.
Well, I think Rose and the Knicks, they were just trying to catch lightning in the bottom.
I like that. That was dope. That was dope, Dave. That was dope, King.
He's another one, Dave. Whether he wants the baby oil or he don't have a job. He's out of a job.
Right.
Yeah,
I think he's done, guys. Me and this guy on Twitter.
Well, when your agent drops you, I'm just saying.
Exactly. Then there's that.
True. Like he ain't been the same. He ain't been the same since they signed. What is that? Since they signed the dude from OKC to the Skims and didn't consider him. SGA. Since they signed SGA to be a model for Skims and they didn't sign him. It was like, he thought he had to end because it was the Kardashian. He thought it was him. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Tell the truth, guys. This guy's been a strange bird from day one.
Yes.
Right.
I
don't care what you say.
He's always been one, and I'm gonna stick up for him. I am pro Ben. All hell this motherfucker, and let me tell you why. All hell Simmons, and let me tell you why, bro. Because
he beat the
he's
system.
been a weirdo. He's been a weirdo forever, and I'm sitting here thinking how much I have to travel, how much stuff I have to do per month, and I'm like, you know what? If I could just sit at my house in my boxes and a t-shirt and watch other people do what I'm getting paid for and still get more money than most of the guys on the team, I do the shit too.
Right. Son, say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, I do it too. You would do it. What Oprah said, you get a car. Look, all y'all on the line, you get a check. You get a check. If you're going to pay me lottery money to not do shit, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it.
Yeah,
bro.
but there's a downside to that too. Yeah. There's a downside to that, Moody. And the downside is right now. Hopefully he did his money right because he may never play again.
Right, but like Dom, to that point, right?
He's still in his 20s.
Right. We don't think that he playing the system right now.
Ain't he from Australia?
Like even with turn it down the Knicks, right? He going I could get one more check for the veteran minimum, and his minimum might be $2 million, right? $1.5 million. I could get one more check and not play. Right? Like I don't have to play. I could just keep on getting these $500,000 checks on simply, motherfuckers hoping and wishing I can get back to my former self.
Dude,
like you said, he's still 20-something. You know
what I'm saying? That $2 million deal is peanuts compared to what he was getting paid.
Right. I just looked it up.
He's making that like one
ain't peanuts to me.
I'm saying for him, when he had when he had that big deal, he was making like that in like a couple of games or one game.
So right. But you wouldn't, son. If you had a closet full of bubble trash bags ready to wear, you wouldn't sit on a bench for $1.5 million.
But that means you have to be inconvenient. That means you have to be inconvenienced. You have to get up. You got to go to the games.
$1.5 million.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You're not spending none of your money. You know what I'm saying? You want the deal.
To Bishop's point, in the last 5 years, this dude has averaged $36 million a year.
Oh, my God.
And if I looked up how many games he played,
forget about it. It's not even even. It's not even even. Yeah.
So what guy on this phone? What guy on this call right now? Seriously, what guy on this call? I know athletes squander, people squander money, but what I'm saying is, who would squander if you get? I'm trying to hit my wife and we're trying to hit a mark because we 55, 54. We technically could retire now, but we're trying to. It's more. I need to Ben Simmons this world. Just a little bit more, right?
Who 3 more years, yeah.
Right. But who do you know? Which one of you would squander $36 million, bro?
But
dude,
like who would do it if you never had
again,
it
Moody? We never made $36 million.
Right. So if you made
it,
if you made it and you had it, that's nothing.
Right.
It would be true.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking. Yeah.
So even more so, it's like, listen, if he know what 35 mil look like, right? And he know that shit is gone. That bubble coat costed $3 million, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I like maybe I know I'm not going to if I seriously sit down and play this year, right, and show that I can't play, I might not never get no check. So you know what? Let me hold out for the most. Let me hold out. Let me diss the Knicks and let me get 2.5.
That's the problem, Live. I think that's the problem. He thinks he's worth more than they're offering him. That's the reason we're
absolutely.
Today is September 10th, and homeboy still don't got a job.
Right, and he probably won't.
He really doesn't want one. He doesn't want one. He don't.
Right. I think he's playing the odds. I think he's playing the odds. He don't want no.
He's playing the long. He's playing the long.
He's playing the long game. Exactly.
Yes, unemployed.
And that usually means he's smart with his money, though. Like he's probably is smart with his finances.
Well, if he's living in Australia, he can't be smart because it's expensive out that motherfucker.
Yeah, and probably like if you're not making any money, I'm not making any money. So
this says that he's earned $150 million.
That's crazy.
77 million, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can live anywhere. But again, like you guys said, it's true because I think that when you're a thousandaire.
Right.
The Honda Prelude, that shit is some fire shit.
Fire.
And then when you're a millionaire, the Testarossa is some fire shit. When you're a billionaire, the fucking private jet is like your car. And so I guess it's all relative, but I'm fucking with Ben. And I'm not a Cooney kind of guy. I'm not a raccoon or anything like that. But I'm just telling you all, if you paid me $36 million a year and you say, Moody, I need you to walk out in 2 trash bags like Missy Elliott so I can't stand the rain. I'm doing that shit every night. What are you gonna talk about me for?
Like, fucking Rob doing on the corner going.
If that was the case, guys, I just looked it up more, Booty. He went from making his first contract, he got around $30 million for 4 years. His
the rookie deal,
contract, he got $177 million for 5 years. So he's got over $200 million in less than 10 years. Right. And you're looking for a job?
Yeah.
I don't know. To your point, Moody, that the numbers ain't adding up. If nobody's looking to sign you and you made $200 million in less than 8 years, something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
And
but when I go shopping tomorrow, I'm getting some black trash bags than the motherfucker. I'm gonna make my way in this.
Right. right?
I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna wear trash bags from here on in.
Wow.
Son, he looking for a job because he want that next little check. You know, he's milking it for all he worth. Working it for all he worth.
He ain't getting it.
Yep,
I mean, you got
right.
teams.
No,
like,
I'm not. Again, I ain't on the side for him getting it.
Teams.
Yeah.
You not like the Knicks were. Like, what did we have to gain by signing him?
Nothing. Absolutely. That's why I'm
other teams that can
fucking
like,
yeah.
maybe, and they're
like,
not doing it.
Like Bishop said, I mean, I understand what he's saying about if you look at it from the basketball standpoint, a defender, a rebounder, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it. So there is a need in that aspect, but all the other shit,
that's what he's banking on. That's what he's banking on.
And you're right. That's what he's probably banking on.
But 30 GM.
Nah.
30 GMs are saying the hell with R and Bishop. We ain't taking that flyer. We're not going to take that flyer on.
Right.
Listen, Mitchell Robinson plays more than he does.
And that's saying something. Yeah,
that's
weird. But Mitchell Robinson ain't making $40 million either.
Right. Good point, Dave. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. I love Ben Simmons. He's my idol.
Yeah,
Lord. Damn.
Jesus.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
It's like somebody asking one of y'all. I'm sorry, guys. It's like somebody asking y'all, yo, hey Dom, hey Rodney, hey guys, hey listen, hey, what time you got to be in work today? Y'all work 9 to 5 today. They go, nah, yo, don't come in, and I'm gonna give you your check. That's all I'm saying.
I was one that defended him when he passed up that layup, and everybody threw him under the bus. But nobody mentioned that Joel Embiid had 17 turnovers in 3 games, and 2 of them were closeout games. Nobody mentioned that. They just kept mentioning this guy passed up a dunk for a pass. And Joel Embiid froze in 3 games, 2 closeout games.
Right.
His brother had 17 turnovers.
Yeah, I can't defend him. I can't defend him for basketball. I'm just talking about getting the money. We got politicians, everybody that just get the money. They just get to the money. If we just talk about getting the money, now if we talk about basketball, I got no love for Ben Simmons. But if we just talk about manipulating a system that manipulates athletes,
he won.
He won in that standpoint. But if you were banking your next check on what you're doing now, it's like a guy who, I'll give an example, just the Mets, Pete Alonso. He with Scott Boras as his agent, he banked on himself. Well, Scott Boras advised him to bank on himself and not sign a contract a couple of years ago. And last year he had a down year, and so everybody looked at it and said, "Well, he should have signed that contract." But what is he doing now? He signed a 1-year deal with an option for a second year, and he's tearing it up this year. So he's going to make the money. The difference is if you can only do that if you're playing. You can't bank. You can't bank a future contract on what you did 5 years ago.
Right.
So I think that's the difference. And he's not an old guy where you're looking at, he's trying to get that one last chance. He is a young enough guy that he should be out there balling out. And for whatever reason, you can't predict injuries. But his inability to be on the court makes him not a wise investment for that kind of money.
Absolutely.
And then you take where the NBA is right now. We've been talking about it for years, guys. The NBA is an offensive-driven league. Does he fit that mold? No, you don't.
No.
We play. It's an offensive-driven league. 90% of the game is played on the perimeter. There ain't no low posting and Akeem Olajuwons no more.
No. All that wing defender and all of that stuff.
This ain't this. 10 years ago, Ben Simmons might have stood a chance.
Man,
guess what? He's just a slight downgrade from Draymond Green, if you ask me. Draymond Green just happened to be in a better situation than Ben Simmons. But that was Draymond 7 years ago.
Yo, Dom, you all, we are. That's what I love about this crew. Everybody really be hitting their bars. Like everybody is bar heavy. But the one thing about Ben Simmons can't be Draymond show up every night to fucking play.
Yeah,
well,
he show up
not
to
really
play
until he kicks somebody in the nuts or strangles them.
Luke Karate ain't never hurt on the court, man. A little bit of jiu-jitsu ain't never hurt.
No, but the
nobody,
point I'm getting at, Moody, is if Ben Simmons was, if we were still 7-8 years ago, because guess what, the rubber's coming off Draymond Green's shoes now, because again, the way the NBA has moved on, and you're still that guy, and he's another one though, Moody. No shade, he cashed in for the limited things that he does, the triple single. He cashed in. Let's keep it a buck. He cashed in. All three of them cashed in. Him, Curry, and Thompson.
I'm not disagreeing. I'll give Draymond the passion, and I think that this year, like most older players, what happened is Draymond, his assignments this year he's probably going to get cooked, but it's just a part of he's already done. We had this crazy discussion in the studio the other day when I had to go manage the operations that they were doing over there. I hate the studio now, but just to go, I had to do it because that's the partnership. But we was having this discussion, and they were like, "Yo, man, why do people, like, if you're talking about LeBron or you're talking about whatever, that motherfucker ain't won in this long, that motherfucker ain't won in that long." I said, so check this out, right? Here's how I look at sports. I get it. When we're having sports conversations, I understand. But here's the bottom line. I tease the Dallas Cowgirls for not winning in 3 decades since, Wesley Snipes was Nino Brown.
Right.
And at least the Giants won in 2011 or whatever, whenever we won or whatever. But we're getting tired with that shit too. I said, here's the thing about a career. A career is about your accomplishments. We're just on social media and we get to talk about people that we are not and we couldn't do their job. Like a lot of time, I don't mean us per se in a malicious way, but what I'm saying, like the average person is just that 5 championships for the Cowgirls, 4 for the Giants, 4 for the Warriors. Your mission is already accomplished. Really, to be honest with you, it's accomplished. Like, because the people that never played in the pros is, when the last time you won? And I'm like, nigga, you won 4 times. Like, you already in the books. I get it, because sports talk is not fun if we're not picking at each other, right? But the truth of the matter is, every one of us get on the job and we just want our legacy to be what it is. And I think that with sports, that's why I only tease the Cowgirls, because half of my family is Dallas, and we just have fun with it.
That's your arch rival. That's your arch rival.
Yeah. But I never forget when they twisted his whole ankle back. It was looking like a cartoon character. And I got on social media and I saw people laughing, and we was like all my NYG guys on with none of us. Like, you didn't see. I was like, at the end of the day, yes, I tease the Cowboys because their fans are really annoying, just like so many fans. But the whole thing is, Dak he's an athlete. All of us on the phone have probably been athletes, correct? At some point in time.
Some point.
Don't worry about the level you was at. That don't matter. None of us like to see another person get hurt. Nobody. And Dak is a young black quarterback. So if Dak wins a Super Bowl, even though I hate Cowgirl fans, I'm proud of that boy, man. I'm going to be proud of him, because we just getting at each other for the fun of it. Sports. Man, I hope y'all going to talk about old boy that put his hands on what's his face from the Ravens, and then apologize with a neck. Yo, sports ain't that serious. I mean, I love it, but I ain't fighting nobody over no sport team, bro. Nobody.
That's a real point too, and I totally agree with that, because listen, as much as I enjoy the banter back and forth with Yankees, as a Met fan, I respect what they've done.
Yes,
I look at those teams. I mean, I just posted in the group the other day about Jeter. I thought that was a real cool story, you know. And so as someone who appreciates sports, I have to appreciate the accomplishments, even if they didn't go the way that I want them to go. So yeah, we get into the back and forth. Listen, I'm a Jets fan, and I laugh at the jokes about the Cowboys. But when did the Jets win? Who was the president? Nixon.
Right.
You know. So I mean, but I have fun with it. It's all fun, and that's what we do here on this show too, because that's what grown men and adults do. You know, but when people get carried away with it, and ain't none of y'all suited up, and y'all out there ready to ride and die and beat people up over a team that their player would walk right past you. You know,
they're not going to pay your bill. They're not paying your bill.
And the best thing is at our age, because a lot of us are around the same age. We've seen probably every one of our teams win a ring.
Right.
Now, it may have been 50 years ago.
Right.
We might have been little grasshoppers. But this generation of fans is like, you know, again, I always go back to shit I said before with y'all. We have very few fans now. We got fans are like social media. They're followers.
Yeah.
I'm a live fan. So whatever team live goes through, that's my team.
We had what's called in this generation fanatics.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a difference between fans and fanatics.
Fanatics and co. But see, Dom, that shit that you just said, that's like the podcast evening version of the bars that you drop in the morning. Because you gotta listen to think about what he just said, right? Like there is no athlete that I love. There is no team that I love. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York City.
Yeah.
And but I'm not fighting anybody. If you put your hands on me, I gotta defend myself. But I try to keep myself out of
course.
So these are sports franchises, they run a business. A lady goes and a guy's he gets a ball for his son.
Right.
Some chick comes over to him and gets in his face. He's more mature than her. He gives her the baseball. Social media hops all over this motherfucker and ruins her life. It ain't that serious, fellas. It's not that serious. Sports are not that serious. They're not bailing you out. In fact, when you're a rowdy sports fan and you're fighting for your team, there's a greater chance that the franchise or the college would be a franchise, but there's a greater chance you will be banned for your behavior for defending the team. So that is a fanatic. What is going on with us when you think I'm gonna shoot this dude in Cali because he got on a blue shirt on the wrong block? Are you nuts, bro? Like nobody's looking out for you in this world for your stupidity. So I love sports. The reason that ITP is so dope to me. I think I'm the least experienced sports guy here as far as the knowledge of the stats and stuff like that. But there's men here. And what happens is we can disagree. I ain't never heard nobody get into no serious. I've heard some heated debates, but there's no disrespect. We all understand that in one way or the other. We're brothers, man. We arguing about LeBron versus Jordan. Them motherfuckers don't even know that you're breathing right now, bro.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? To Moody's point, we could be on here on a Thursday or a Wednesday night in this case, and we could go at it. And then tomorrow morning, there's a good morning, brothers. What's up?
That's what it is.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because it ain't that fucking serious.
But again, guys, we're at a different age level too.
Yeah.
We're not a part of that fast bullshit that if I get 6 likes, I'm the man. If I get two retweets, oh shit, my day is complete. I don't even gotta go. Moody talking about going to work. I got 2 likes. I don't even gotta go to work today. Like those likes are paying your bill.
I would stay
really?
home today.
Come on, guys.
Right. I've already accomplished for the day. And you know what? I think too, and before we get off this, they always talk about these young guys, talk about we're not our parents, we're not our grandparents. Well, let me
thank
tell
God.
Yeah, right. Because your parents and your grandparents understood things in a better context. It's not about I've got to show him, and if I don't like this person, I'm going to go shoot them or fight them over something. Because I'm going to tell you, these YNs out there are reckless.
Yeah.
You would hope to grow up to be mature enough. And so when we say, we're of a different age, we were young too. But fortunately, we weren't foolish and never did something that prevented us from being on this forum tonight.
You want to suck? You want to shoot a young boy, a young kid down, especially on social media? We don't need to validate ourselves no more, guys. I know I don't.
Not at all.
Myself right now.
Not
at all.
Validation
Not
at all.
Are over. I did shit because I wanted to do it. I got myself to a position because I did it.
Yeah.
You sons of bitches think that Puff the Magic Dragon, again, I get 6 likes and I got a career. No, you don't, man. That's how fucked up y'all are.
That's right.
Y'all think, I always say this, guys, and I'm going to stop. The shit, like y'all said, like Moody said, it's not real life. Social media is not real life, but so many people think it is that they're stuck in this little vapor.
It's to a point where on social media, you'll have people have that as a news source, and they take it for what it is.
Problem.
Yeah,
they take it for what it is. I'm like, no, you got do some research, check it out.
Right.
Because something says somebody said, there's a report coming out and it's on Facebook. That doesn't make it true.
That doesn't make
not
it
at all.
And now with AI, my
new validation in life is between 7 and 7:30, sometimes a little earlier. I send y'all a good quote of the day.
Yeah.
And then I do a this day in sports. And my day is complete. Serious, man. I can cut my grass. I can put my boonie cap on. But my day, as long as I gave y'all the morning quote and this day in sports, I'm happy as a pig in shit, guys.
Hey, Rodney, I know you gotta. I know you moving on, bro. You know how we get when the passion come out.
Yeah.
But another thing about that, like this arguing and fighting and with all that stuff. Man, I had a sports debate with a young kid by my pool in the subdivision. Not my pool, but the subdivision pool.
Okay.
And he was sitting there. There was a barbecue outside, right? So we were talking. He was like, "Yeah, they haven't won in da-da-da. They haven't won in this much time." I want y'all to peep my analogy here. Y'all tell me if you're fucking with it or not. I said, "Hey, listen, youngin, how old are you?" So I'm 25. I said, "All right, okay." See, I could have banged your mama, and you could have been my son, and you could have had a baby, and I could have been a grandfather by now. So what you need to do, listen to OG. Let me tell you something real quick. In April of 2020, what is this? January, February, March, April. In April of 2025, I would have been married for 3 fucking decades. Imagine, and I love her like cook food still to this day. She's a beautiful woman. She's a pain in my ass because that's a job. That's kind of like her job, but she's also kind of like my best friend.
Right.
In a lot of ways. Now, my point is, guys, I said, you know what's so funny? 30 years ago, I put a ring on my wife's finger. When you talk about LeBron James or Michael, they only got on Wilt. I don't give a fuck who you're talking about. It's the equivalent to you telling me my marriage is not successful because I only got married once.
Yeah.
Dummy. Think about how the world works. YN. See, you guys, you do too much number counting. You do too much of all that. Yeah. Accomplishment is accomplishment. And he looked at me and said, "Oh shit, OG." Oh shit.
Right.
I said, did I make sense? He says, yo, let me get back to you. And he got up and walked away. Come on, man. Accomplishment is accomplishment. That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
Moody, I got to the point, man, where I don't even want to say how long I've been married because I can see motherfuckers trying to do the math. You got to be 80 years old, motherfucker. I gave up on that. I gave up on that shit 30. You were married 30 years? I gave up on that shit 30 years ago.
Math.
I can't do it no more, man. Because I be like giving up. I be like, somebody in the background is saying, if you've been married 42,
they start doing this.
Yeah, exactly. They be like,
they're trying to figure it out. Listen,
I don't gotta lie to y'all. Y'all know I've been married 42 years.
Right.
You know, but motherfucker, I can see people like Dave said.
Hold up.
Hold up, man.
So you
use it when
be
somebody's using their fingers. But again, not to get off. But to Moody's point, come on, guys. A 25-year-old today, is not a 25-year-old when we were 25. Let's keep it a buck. Not bragging on us. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not
I was married with a child at 25. But
thank you. I was married at 25.
I had my second one when I was 26.
And I tell these kids now, I just walk into the room and I just say, listen, I'm old, I'm tired, I don't have a lot of patience. You know what you're supposed to do. Don't make me have to tell you again. And I walk out of the room. Because I'm not going to entertain this anymore.
I feel you.
Y'all figure it out.
Dave, my last year in the Army, I didn't even do what Dave said. I used to just do this.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers be like, oh, shit. I know what he said, and I ain't say a word. I got so tired of saying the same thing. You just go.
And listen, I've been doing this long enough. I'm sorry. One more thing. I've been doing this long enough.
Go right ahead.
That their parents could have been my students. Because when I started in 1990, I taught GED classes.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so my students were 16 to 21. So my former students are in their mid 50s.
Right.
So
how about that?
Yeah.
I got
Angus, we're sorry.
So bored with
we're
work,
sorry,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
I used to just walk down the hall. I must have had
it's all good. It's all good.
Less than a year left before I retired. I used to just walk down the hallway and say, hey, you in the ACUs, everybody's wearing the same uniform.
Yeah.
And I just like the idea that everybody's heavy, like, oh, he ain't talking to me. I'm my bad. Stop. I was just having fun with it because I was thinking, like you're doing, Dave, with the fingers. I'm like, man, I got like 8 months left. Can I make it? Let me just have some fun with this shit and start doing facial expressions instead of talking. Man, that was beautiful, man.
It is a beautiful thing. Yeah. Here we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, Roger. Sorry, bro. We're sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's all peace. I don't mind. I love it, man.
Wait a minute. We got to do one thing first, Dave. We got to look at the clock.
Yeah, I just did. I just glanced up.
9:52.
I just glanced up.
Oh, you got to work tomorrow?
It's always me that fucked it up. It's always me. I'm sorry, guys.
All got to do a double. All got to do a double tomorrow.
Oh,
it's all
good.
Gotta
hurry up. Get these 8 minutes in.
Listen, shut up. Listen. Here's the thing. I want to rip something from the thread. What was all this WNBA talk with this Caitlin Clark?
Oh, stop.
That's right.
Here we go. Now you want more diatribe. Here we go.
Of course.
Come on. We beat that horse to death, man.
We did.
We did. Ass end of it, actually.
Hey, did y'all notice my often habit of saying I'm done but not really being done? Like it's just kind of like I'm done. I'm done, but I'm done.
Let me do the face.
No, let me say my piece. I don't know. I'm the worst. But I'm darkness, bro. Like I'm the worst. But here's the thing. Listen, I'm going to say one thing. I stick to the point. I've been kicked out of 4 sports groups. About Caitlin. And I like because I get kicked out of groups like all the time. That's like my history on Facebook. And they say that I'm a troll. I don't think that I'm a troll. I think that I just be saying uncomfortable truths and whatever. So here's the thing. I am going to stand on 10 toes down I happen to like Caitlin Clark. There's a facet of her that I like. I am not a person I don't disrespect people's families. You'll never catch me threatening anybody online.
Right.
I don't like disrespecting women online. With all due respect, I like gender wars when they're very lighthearted. But I see some brothers and sisters overly committed to continually tearing shit down all the time. I don't know how that's progressive, so I kind of steer away from that.
Okay.
With Caitlin Clark, here is the truth. If Angel Reese doesn't kick your ass in a championship game and put that hand in your face that you did to her months earlier, but ain't nobody said nothing about that.
Right.
I have read enough of the social media online. I have seen it. And I just said seen it. I have a GED. Maybe that's why I said seen it. I've seen it.
At least
I'm
GED.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. Not always, but I can now. And so the whole thing is, listen, I have seen it with my own eyes.
Right.
There is no way white people in general. There are two portions of every race in my eyes. There were the people that blame everything. They got an excuse for everything, and they're the people that just see everything as they are. Because I have white people in my family. Because I'm not much of a color guy. I love who I love. I don't care who you with. I don't care how you look. If I love you, I will stand back to back with you and go to war with you. Now, if this wasn't racial, this big pickup in Caitlin Clark, then why was Angela Reese getting death threats? Why was they calling her?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Is that like a TV on or something in the background?
Somebody listening to CNN up in this bitch.
Yeah, I hear like a. Is anybody?
Me? I got CNN on, but I don't have a sound on.
Yo, why the guilty people never just say that was me? Who guilty? Come on, y'all, just say.
I'm actually outside, so I ain't even got a TV.
Okay.
So
no.
I heard the background noise.
I think the problem with the whole Caitlin Clark thing to me is it's like, yo, you giving this person all of these accolades and all of this stuff and making it seem like she's revolutionized the game. And you have people there that were doing that were doing just that.
They've been doing
You have other players that have actually won on multiple levels, and because you want to push a certain agenda, you're making this player out. And fine, she can play or whatever, but you're just one of many other WNBA players. Like, you're not revolutionizing the game. Your team is not on the cusp of winning the championship.
Right.
At best, when you're on the court, your team is a 500 team. At best, I think they play better without her. So with the pieces that they have now, I think they play a better style when she's not there. And it's like, I'm just sick and tired of hearing. I'm just sick and tired of hearing about it and how it's not fair and she's being targeted. And
but she was. You know what's not fair.
Let me just say this real quick. Let's keep it a buck. Everything Bishop said is absolutely correct, and it's been correct for years.
Right.
And that's a league like we've discussed this over and over again for Moody that hasn't been with us. We've discussed they still couldn't get out their way. So to me, if you bring whether it was Caitlin Clark or Moody, and this is generating something for us, the big picture. Guess what? The only person you don't hear talk about this is fucking Caitlin Clark.
Right. Because
she don't say shit about it. She just goes about her business.
I'm not mad at her.
Everybody else got something to say, to include the old timers like Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl, we understand. You was a great player. Now sit your ass down and shut the fuck up because you couldn't draw the revenue that they're drawing now.
Right.
Okay. Matter of fact, the team you started with is gone.
This is what I was
like the whole league has been a farce. Who's the one that said, was it Bishop or R? When's the last time you saw somebody wearing a WNBA jersey? Who's the one? Which one of y'all
that was
said
Bishop. That was the Bishop.
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
that wasn't me.
If somebody is
Bishop, that wasn't you that said when's the last. Oh, Dom, wasn't that you?
If somebody's going to give me an
no,
you know what I'm going to do?
That was me.
I'm going to move on because guess what?
Okay, that was you, Ron.
Even in a 2-year span, y'all have gained so much. So let's just, I'm not saying shut up and dribble, none of that shit. But guess what, guys? Since we've been doing this show, which ain't as long as they've been in existence, they've been in the red, except the last 2 years.
Well, the thing about it is, so you're saying, hey, the game is getting more notoriety, this and that, blah blah blah, but the pay scale is still not equitable. And I'm like, okay, so this player came in, she's not changing anything, she's not revolutionizing the game, and they're rolling out the red carpet. She making paper, she doing this, she doing that. Yeah, there's going to be some animosity towards her. Yeah, there's going to be a target.
Of course.
Yeah, there's going to be a target on her.
And it has something to do with color.
People, I think it's
it
more.
Does. It does.
Well,
it does.
No, because
it has everything to do with color,
it does.
bro.
So again,
on which side?
Bishop,
on which side?
Not to cut you off, Bishop.
But I'm saying, on which side?
And Bishop, I'm gonna be quiet, Bishop, because we shouldn't be. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that, but so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They've had great WNBA players that
on which side? But I'm saying, on whose side is it? Is it a color thing? On whose side is it?
The black
color thing? No,
that's the media.
No,
it started with the media first.
Again,
it's a color thing.
Cheryl Swoops was not very. Maybe I hate to say not as cordial as us with the rhetoric, but she was one of them. But you can see and hear the media tone. Well, no, this is an individual live. She's saying this shit. Again, this is what I said last week. There's too many mics running around. I think I said it on the preview show. There's too many damn mics now. Everybody got a mic. So they think they're important.
Right.
My only thing is, if somebody's giving me an up and I'm progressing in an institution that hasn't progressed in 27 years, I don't give a shit if she's orange and only won 2 games.
Right.
I'm benefiting. Right. They're not riding Greyhound buses no more. That's an up.
But that's not because of Caitlin Clark, though. That's not because
of Dom, in all fairness, in all fairness, and I did ask you this today, and I got to tell you, because I'm uneducated on it, I can't say that I'm right or wrong. But I don't think the NBA got out of the red in the last 2 years. And also the charter flights, those were in effect 2 years before Caitlin stepped into the WNBA.
All right. But the money they were already, the revenue wasn't. The
no. And you're right. And you're right about that. But what I'm saying is that Caitlin is not top 7 in this league. She's not even remotely
not at all.
top 7 in the freaking league. But what it is, if she doesn't have that beef with that black girl, then Caitlin Clark does not come in heralded. Because when you think about it, Paige Buckner is everything that you want Caitlin Clark to be.
Harold did to the point where she was. You know what I'm saying? She would have got some burn, but she wouldn't have been that.
Who benefited more from that incident with her and Reese? You just finished saying Caitlin Clark ain't even top 7.
Angel Reese.
She ain't even top 25.
Worse.
Yeah, Angel Reese. No. Angel Reese took that to the bank.
Exactly.
No, Caitlin. Right.
Angel Reese took that to the bank.
Yeah, Angel got a different approach to that. What I'm saying is Caitlin benefited the league, but I'm not knocking Caitlin. Here's what I think about Caitlin as a basketball player. I think Caitlin is a terrific ball handler. She kind of reminds me of,
and she can shoot.
Yeah. Well, she's
not a bad passer either.
Yeah, and she's a pass. So Caitlin is a machine, but like the thing about it is, why wasn't Paige, who is here, busting people's ass like she's been in the league team? Paige is busting people's ass.
So
it's for the same reason that fucking Cadillac all of a sudden found a bank, a asshole full of money in the black community because the black people ain't using no fucking bank, and they wanted a fucking cat. It's the same reason. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be project that shit to the wrong people. If Caitlin Clark would have, if that little Magic versus Bird shit didn't happen in college, Caitlin Clark would have came into the league a very good player, and the league would have kept on being in the red. You know what I'm saying? Now that they done started that racial bullshit, they got to take that shit to the hill. They can't now rewind it and go,
right.
Oh, it's just about fucking basketball.
Yeah, so when everybody keeps saying the racial thing, it was like, yo, this whole thing with the hand in the face and all of that and taunting or whatever, that
he
was
did that first,
Caitlin Clark's that was Caitlin Clark's thing.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
When she was in college, I'm like,
first.
when she was in college, yo, you can't see me, this and that, and she wasn't winning anything.
Yeah.
She wasn't winning anything. She was just taunting people, and it's like, so the one time that it gets done back to her, not all of a sudden everybody wants to come to her defense.
There you go. See, that's fact. That's
something I want to jump in here because what I'm going to say may be controversial, but it's on here, so I'll say it anyway.
Do it, Dave. Do that shit, Dave. I'm the devil on your shoulder. Do
it. Here's the problem that I see. And I think Dom alluded to it when asking about which side is the racial narrative coming from. I think you have to understand that as a black person, we have always had to respond to racism.
Yes, sir.
We were not the ones who pushed a racial narrative. So when a lot of people say, well, you always make it about race, because for a black person in America, that's all it's ever been. And so if in the case of Angel Reese, when she did something that people didn't like, then it became the default is race. And so in the case of something that was not a racial thing,
not at all,
it became one, and when black people responded to it, then a lot of white people they go back like, what? I don't understand. Where is this coming from? Because you haven't walked walked a step in the shoes of a black person where and we're all black men on here except for Dom, of course, but Dom is an honorary one. And since he's from the Bronx, you can just throw it right in there.
Dom is, I don't even know what color Dom is.
Yeah.
Dom, I know Dom is what they say is right.
I'm gonna have
Dom is a brother. Dom is a brother.
Dom is a brother. But here's my point. How many of us have been in spaces where our blackness, we were reminded of it? I don't walk out in the street and say, I'm black.
Every time I go to a Yankee game.
How many spaces have we been in where there are white people who move away from us or clutch their bag or do these things? And because we are civil, we know how to make other people feel good.
Right.
And because I've been in this situation a lot of times where I even go out of my way to, I don't want to say downplay my blackness, but I want to make sure that people are comfortable around me.
You're not a threat.
There's no narrative of this threatening black man. And so when you have these former players that make these comments, former black players that make these comments, understand that the context is coming from a place where they have been subjugated. They have been put down. They have been told that they weren't good enough for whatever reason because of their color. And so I imagine, because I don't know what it's like to be a white person in America, but I imagine that they can go through their lives, their existences, without ever having their whiteness used against them in the same way that I have used that every
you know what? Where you from? Don from the Bronx, and I'm sure he didn't have his whiteness put up against his
but not in the same way, because understand that, okay, I'm not talking about you're in the tough area of the Bronx, and they're going to check you. I'm talking about when you're in a situation where your color and the people who have the power to do something to you.
Okay.
That's the impact, because as a Black person in America, you know, I can be bigoted against white people, but I don't have any power. I can't stop that white person from getting a job. If I call the police on them, they're going to come to me first.
Yeah.
You know, so there's an imbalance. So where a lot of white people want to say that, you know, well, we're victims too. In a small scale, they can be victimized, but as a system wide, the system favors.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just going to have to keep it real. The system favors. So understand that a lot of Black people have chips on their shoulder, and it's not because they put them there. Those chips
it's a reaction to the vitriol.
I hate to tell you this, but it works both ways. Like you said, Dave, you don't know what it's like to be a white person. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a Black person. But do you think for 1 minute I haven't had to withstand constant racism?
You from the Bronx,
because
motherfucker.
of where I'm from, who I'm married to, where I was stationed. Yeah. You think I never had to experience? You think no white person ever had to experience that?
No,
because we don't have a. Let me finish, Dave. But because we don't have a history of this, it still don't negate you're going through it.
Yeah, that's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that, Dom, in all respect, when you step out of the Bronx, and if you went somewhere else where whiteness was all that people saw,
I never lived that life, Dave.
But I'm saying until you open your mouth, right, and somebody say, "Oh, that's a New Yorker," because you got a very distinct, you know, way of speaking. You can go into spaces and not have people on their phone calling the police because Dom is walking in their neighborhood.
I never lived that life, Dave. Honestly, I haven't. I never lived where there was, I don't want to say one group. I always was in most diverse areas, again, because I was in the service.
Right.
But again, when I was in the South, it was a whole different ball game, guys. I mean, and I was younger then too, and I went through. Even in the Army, I went through it because, again, some Black people felt a certain way about mixed couples.
Right.
So I had to withstand. And what can I say?
There is a unique.
There was nothing I could say.
There's a unique perspective with that, and I'll give you that. But the point that I'm making is that I go places in America where I'm not safe, and I recognize where I am, and the reason why I'm not safe is because of the color of my skin. Or if something happened, I mean, I was, you know, like I said, I was in the Army in 1986. I'm in Colorado, and we went to a mall that was in an affluent white neighborhood. We didn't know. The cops came. And because someone in the store saw 4 young Black men walking in this area.
Right.
And so we identified ourselves. We showed our military ID, and the cops were like, fine. But they told us someone saw you and called. So the notion of being a threat or that I don't belong in spaces happens far more with people of color. And so, Dom, you were fortunate that you were not in, you know, that life where you knew anything different, and you can have empathy for what it's like to be a Black person. But understand that far more places you could go without anyone raising an eyebrow than any other.
Right. David, let me just say this real quick. So there's a couple of things that we have to differentiate here real quick. First of all, this is like we're using facetious analogies and things like that. Dom is not the way that I grew. I was born in 1970 at Brooklyn Women's Hospital on Pennsylvania Avenue,
Damn,
East
son.
New York.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
bugging because I was born there too, and I grew up in Flatbush. Me and this cat, I know you, my nigga. For real.
Hey, that's why we the niggas on the phone that can rap, because we was in the goddamn
I'm saying I'm bugging now. I'm like women's hockey.
Yeah,
goddamn.
Yeah. No, but hold on though. And then I moved to Flatbush pretty much.
Oh, can we say rest in peace to R's camera real quick?
Okay. No, we can't.
No.
It's still works.
I hope he ain't nodding out. There you go.
I wanna tell you something. Here's where I learned. I started traveling at 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I implore my younger brothers, and I always go, get the fuck out of here. Just go see.
Yeah, go see the world.
Your motherfuckers is still on some step on my shoe, get shot shit. But if you go someplace else, you'll understand. So listen, here's what I learned about 17, 18, and 19, because I had already been to Europe, Africa. I had already been those places. And I said, I do see color. I'm not an idiot. So when people say, the first person that tell me they don't see color, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, nah,
like you see color.
Yeah.
No. You see it, but when I think of a dom, my daughter's godmother is a white woman. Here, let me tell you why. Let me tell you how my life works. Mm-hmm. I deal with human character.
Right.
I know you're
and
white.
I won't fuck with you.
Yeah. Like I deal with human character. I've been in a lot of unnecessary bullshit in my life, and we used to be rolling 30, 40 deep, and I used to always tell my dudes, you know this thing about the world? Everybody think they want some shit till they get some shit.
Right.
And so you gotta learn to spare yourself. Now let me tell you, I had a great debate. He was a respectful guy. I had a great debate online, and the guy said, you're playing a race card with Caitlin. I said, okay, hold on. Will you pardon me my expression? Because I let you do yours. He said, sure. I'm actually enjoying this. I said, that's fine. And so I was getting jumped from all over the place. No problem. And so like we're talking, and I said, listen, so let me tell you about this race card. If you want to let a black person know that you're racist, Dom doesn't do this. I know so many people of different persuasions. They don't do this. If you want to let a black person know that you're inside closet or overtly racist, say that we played a race card. Let me tell you about this card. Let me say something about this fucking card right here. How is a race that created the card? You created the system. You created the way that it would be operated. So based off the color of race after the transatlantic slave trade, by the way, black people are not innocent of playing the race card in Africa and Egypt and Asia either. But we can talk about that. But the thing about it, we're talking about America right now. Let me ask you a question. If I came to America, or my ancestors, because I was born in Brooklyn, Unity, you know what I'm saying? And so, but if my ancestors came here hundreds of years ago, if everything that you did when you were in control, where I could eat, what counter, what water fountain I could sit on, man, what bathroom I could use, where could I go to school at, how could I dress, would I survive a day? White Christians went to church back in those times, and they praise whatever they think God is. And then they lynch black people they snatched off the road in the town square. They castrated them, they put gasoline on them and set them on fire. Anybody that want to challenge it, do your research. Let me tell you something about a card. You know why you keep telling me that I play a race card? The reason you tell me that I played a race card is only because I've learned how to beat the motherfucking dealer. That's why you mad about it. You're not really mad over the card. You're mad that you didn't think I could beat the house. And I beat the house. So I took the hate and I turned it to my advantage. And I turned it to what we call black power. You're mad. A race, you cannot invent something and tell me and get mad at me because I'm playing what you invented.
So
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I apologize.
No, I'm saying you have the people who are talking. They're the most qualified people to make those statements. So maybe you don't like what Cheryl Swoops is saying, but who else is qualified to say that all of the accolades that this young lady is getting is not deserved? She hasn't earned it. Who's more qualified to say that than somebody who's walked the mile?
Why do you have to say it?
So why? So then I would have to ask
just asking,
an opposition.
Why do you gotta say it?
I'm saying, but
Are
then
you
I would
jealous?
have to ask. Then I would have to ask an opposition. Well, older players. Older players. They have this chip on their shoulder.
I get it, Bishop.
They didn't get the money. They didn't get the attention. They didn't get some of the other stuff. And I'm like, okay, so fine. She's entitled to her opinion. But who better to speak on it than somebody who's walked a mile, who didn't get the accolades that she deserved, who took the WNBA to the next level. She was one of those players. One of those players.
Right. My only point is, Bishop, I get all of that. But by you saying all of this and you singling out one person, what are you gaining behind that? What is the league gaining behind that?
Right. When it's not about pure basketball.
Robinson did it for years, guys. So Oscar Robinson hated the new players. For whatever his reason was, guys, whether he thought he was the greatest player ever to lace him up or he didn't get paid the money he was supposed to. I get it. Don't get me wrong. But there even came a time where Oscar said, you know what? But he didn't single out one person. So Oscar Robinson singled out an organization. Why wasn't it like this? And I get it. But she's singling out one person.
And I can tell you why.
It seems very suspect of why she's singling out that one.
Okay, but
but I'm saying one more thing. The reason why she did that is because they were making it seem like because this person came into the WNBA, that the WNBA was now a legitimate league. And
I don't know
what she was saying. What she was saying is, there's been players here doing it all along. So when you say Caitlin Clark, Diana Taurasi has been doing it longer and accomplishing more than, and it's like even she didn't get those accolades.
No,
even she didn't get those accolades. Breanna Stewart,
right?
Four championships through 4 years in UConn. She didn't get those accolades.
Rebecca Lobos. We can run this shit. We can run it down, but here's the thing.
Everything again, guys, to everything you're saying and every player you're saying, this isn't I'm not her lawyer. You guys are bringing up great points. This player, that player, this, and it never garnered the organization of the WNBA jack shit.
Right.
So if somebody's going to give me it, if I'm going to get it up on R or Dave, you think I'm going to throw R and Dave under the bus? I'm going to say, yo, thanks, guys. Maybe I live a different life,
like that, but it wasn't working like that.
Every person you mentioned, Bishop, they didn't garner this league jack diddly shit. And I'm not saying they weren't good players. I didn't say that.
Well, they actually
you're all saying the same thing, and I get it. They were great players. Yeah. They did this, they did that. Earth-shaking, groundbreaking, but it didn't do nothing for the league.
Okay, so Dom, let me say this. Just let me say this, Dom, because I feel what you're saying. But we're
never going to get to Chicago, are we?
No.
No. So listen.
Thanks.
I'll be as quick as darkness. I'll be as quick as darkness can be.
Hurry up! You only got 6 minutes.
God damn it, Dom. Jesus Christ. Yo, so here's the thing. Yeah. Oh, stay up. Go drink a Gatorade or some shit. Hey, yo, listen.
Let the music kick it in.
Yeah, Dom. So Dom.
Yes,
so like the whole thing is, first of all, in my brain, I don't think anybody has defended anybody. I think we're just doing like this, like explanations or whatever. What I think that comparison, like I told you, I've never met you in person. I think you're a beautiful human being. I think you're a man's man.
Trust me.
I think that. Well, no.
Expectations need to be lowered.
Well, Don, I'm horrible. You're talking to Satan turned Christ, Don. Everybody is beautiful, bro.
Lord.
Listen. I think that what happens a lot of times there's nothing for any of us to defend. It's just points to be taken, right? So now I don't, and I am not going to get political. Not when somebody just told me 6 minutes, but think about this real quick. If you, I'm just going off this based off what you just said. If somebody tells me that somebody came into a league and she was backed by almost 70, 80% of people that never gave a shit about the WNBA, that never watched the WNBA, that never did nothing like that, but they saw that black girl put her hand in her face. And if they make her a star, and if that star brings money to the league, to me, just for someone to say, but they never moved the needle, they never moved, they did not have the privilege to do it. Like, and I just think that sometimes, like a person like Caitlin, I have to explain to people all the time. I don't think Caitlin's a great basketball player at all. I think Caitlin is a great passer. It seems like I hear crickets. I thought somebody hit a sound effect to tell me to shut the fuck up. So I don't know what that is. But listen though, I think Caitlin is my point is that it's easy to give anybody credit for something they never worked for. Caitlin has not won on any level in her basketball career. Taurasi was better. All of these other
Sue
white
Bird,
women that came
Sue
out.
Bird,
Sue Bird was better.
Lobo.
All of these motherfuckers was better than her. If we cannot sit and Dom, I'm not saying you're doing that because I don't like this when we get with our loved ones and somebody feel like they gotta. It ain't really about that to me at all, brother. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna treat you like you came out my mother's womb when I meet you because I'm about love. I don't do it like I ain't about that other stuff, man. So, but just let me tell you, we have to acknowledge that if you were looking for if you were looking for your George, who's that white boy that they wanted to be the next one? Then somebody broke his fucking head open. George, the boxer, George
Foreman.
No. George. I'm about to say George Clooney. That's the actor. Who was the white boy boxer they put all the money on? Remember back in the day?
I know who you're talking about.
George Clooney. No, George Clooney is the actor, right?
No, Clooney, I think. Hold on.
Clooney. Okay. No. Yeah. You talking about
Yeah.
What the fuck is it? No, it was somebody after him, Dom. I know who you talking about. It's
Go ahead, keep
No. But my point is this, guys. I have a problem with black people.
Clooney,
on the front.
that was his name, Clooney.
Okay. Yeah, so George Clooney. In white America.
Clooney, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Coon. Okay, that's how ironic is that? Coon E. And that's
Clooney, yeah.
But yeah, Cooney, yeah. So, but
Clooney.
And Jerry Cooney,
guys, his name.
I know, right? Yeah, no. But Dom, you never have to explain stuff like that because we look at you, we know where your heart is. That's all that matters in the world. But let me just tell you something though. Here's the truth of the matter. White America built a country pretty much for free off of dominance. Anytime that white America feels the dominance slipping, white America rebels. They will rebel. The rebellion will be violent sometimes. The rebellion will be vocal. They will dox you. They will find your address. They will threaten you. And we found out that they'll even kill you. But now, is Black America much different? Well, I don't think racially wise we are, because if a black man shoot a white man, the FBI come out. If a white man shoot a black man, the boys club come out. Like, hey man, when I learned to tie a knot, this looked like, according to my knot tying technique, this guy shot this guy because his music was loud. If it's the quicker that we acknowledge why Caitlin is popular, there is no way you guys can give me 6 or 7 players in this league. This is Odge's league. That's really what this is. And this is about to be Paige's league. So that's really what this is. Caitlin, she came here without Angel Reese. Caitlin, there is no sold out stadium.
No.
Without Angel Reese, there is nothing. And I'm just that is my opinion. And I'm just telling you guys that from the heart because I feel like we got more, all of us got more in common than we have differences, but we just got to remember, you should not be allowed to walk the planet Earth and do whatever you want. And then like when people rebel against you, you chastise them for rebelling against your evil.
Well, so the thing about it.
Dom, that's not you. That's not you personally, Dom.
I'm saying not to get like too deep into it. It's just like she came into the league and got these accolades, and what everybody was saying was she hasn't earned anything. She hasn't earned anything, and she doesn't deserve it. And then on top of that, the money came with it. Now you keep saying that everybody's benefiting. Not everybody's benefiting from it. So she's getting the sponsorship deals, and she's getting this, and she's getting that. And the undertone is the reason why she's getting that is because they feel like she's been victimized by the black girl and so forth and so on. So that's why she's getting it. Because if you look at what her performance is on the court and what it has been, it's unearned. It's unearned. So you can say, hey, she can shoot, she can do this. It's unearned. She still hasn't done anything. There's still, right now, there's still about 20 players that are much better than her in the WNBA. So it's kind of like
all around. Yeah, right. All around.
How does she get so much accolades? It's because it's a political and a societal thing. It doesn't have anything to do with basketball ability.
Right. And speaking about political and societal shit, what about that Chicago shit?
I think Dom agrees with that. All right, somebody did a segue that was so hardcore right now. We need to go to Chicago.
Hold on, Moody. All that being said, and she averaged 19, 5, and 9.
And what's the team record?
I'm not. We're talking about it individually because you said don't do this. Don't do that.
No. I'm saying what's the team?
Nobody got a worse record than Reese's team. So
what's the team? Record?
No, Reese's. But look, if we doing stats, then Reese's a leader. Okay. Sorry, Dom. Sorry.
She didn't bring nothing. She's overrated. She's this. She's that. But she averages 19, 5.5, and 8.5 a night.
Okay.
How many people in the WNBA are doing that? I don't want to look up everybody's stats, but I would say not many.
Yeah, now probably not 20. Probably 90. Probably
exactly, not even 10.
Where's the team
all I'm trying to say, guys, is through all of what y'all said, the whole history lesson on race relations and the WNBA.
Sure.
Since this young lady has came in the league, call it what you want, say whatever you want, there has been an increase in revenue. That is not me talking. Those are real numbers.
The Bishop's point, that's societal. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the reason why.
I'm not saying that's the only reason, but what I'm saying is it wasn't happening before then. And
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If you gave me a golden goose, I'm not going to throw the goose back in the water.
It's not a golden goose.
It's not a golden goose. It's a goose in blackface, dog.
I'm just saying,
it's a goose in blackface.
Is that David? Is that David?
Yeah. I just have one point about that. Is that I think what the picture is, it's not the fact that Caitlin Clark coming into the league has brought revenue. I think what it is that Caitlin Clark herself, let's say there was no pre-WNBA hype. There was no issue between her and Angel Reese. None of that ever happened. And Caitlin Clark came to the league. Do you think she moves the needle?
18, 5, and 18,
no,
5, and
I'm
8
talking
tells me,
No, I'm talking about revenue rise because there's been players that we've named all throughout the 30-year history of the WNBA who have put up numbers. Numbers don't move the revenue needle in the WNBA.
But it did this time.
It only did because they marketed. They marketed her.
So your point, Dave.
So my point is this: if there was no hype, and she was drafted just like any other player, people wouldn't be talking about Caitlin Clark as the savior of the league revenue-wise, because she would be like several other players. It's only because they use that narrative of the black player versus the white player in that situation, and then they hype them up. So going into the next year, because that was not their last year. That was their
year before.
last year in college. So then the following year, you went into that season with that hype built up that was created by the machine. And so the point of Caitlin Clark that people, I think, are taking a little contention with is the fact that, yes, she's a solid player. Nobody's taking anything away from her.
Absolutely.
And she's putting up the numbers, but the revenue side of it that we want to give her credit for was really the marketing. It's not the player. And so that's where I think some people are saying that there have been players who've been better than her.
Right.
And nobody
I said that all along, Dave.
And nobody put but I think that
it never happened.
Right. It never happened because they never promoted anybody the way they promoted her.
No, that ain't a Caitlin Clark issue. That's whoever's promoting this.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying this, Dave.
I'll stop too.
Rodney.
Let me
gentlemen,
say one thing.
Gentlemen,
can I just make this?
Gentlemen,
I know. You put me in midpoint.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I did a max 6'11".
Yeah, you sure did.
I'll just say this though. I want every one of y'all to wake up tomorrow or I'll text, and I want you to send me your jersey size. And I'm gonna buy each and every one of y'all a WNBA jersey.
Don't buy me one of them motherfuckers.
Exactly.
No.
Hey, listen, my nieces. Hold on. I bought my nieces. My nieces have Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. I bought my nieces the sneakers. So we already have them up over here.
Don't buy me one of them motherfuckers. Put that shit on a lotto ticket.
Make it an XL. Don't be sending me no medium because I'm working on my beer belly right now.
Let me just say this.
Yo, Dom, send me a Caitlin onesie.
Nah, yeah, exactly. This will continue Saturday. Yes, I'm going to continue this. And then, I'm going to do something Saturday. And now, I'm going to hold up to the time limit.
Whoa. Saturday is the fight, baby.
What fight?
Okay, it's early,
Crawford,
not late.
Crawford
Sir, this will not happen in the evening. This will be in the afternoon.
All right.
Let's do it early.
We're going to be doing this mobile.
Yeah.
Guys, let me say this before I hop off the jack. First of all, another one. I don't like to sound like DJ Khaled, but it's another one. It's like I know right now, but also I don't want nobody feel the best thing about this group. Please don't take it for granted. Sometimes you do things for years and then it takes on to things later and people start recognizing you.
Right.
There is no need to defend. The debates are great. There is no need to defend. Your fucking color don't mean shit. Because when I was growing up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, all the motherfuckers that tried to take my life looked just like me. And so I don't worry about all of that stuff. But listen, really quickly, when we all get to Georgia, if you guys plan a trip, what I would like to do, this is going to be maybe next spring or summer. And we can plan a trip.
I'm going to come there next week. You keep this shit up.
Well, you roll. Hey, look, roll through, Doc. Roll through. We got you, bro. Roll through. But listen, like next spring and summer, I'll get a setup, and y'all guys come over for a day of barbecuing and drinking and doing whatever y'all guys like to do, and we'll podcast sitting outside in the backyard.
Nice.
And do like a podcast because I want to meet the men that I admire so much. But let's just. I think that again. Yeah. This was another conversation. Guys, thank you again for allowing me.
What time are we going to do this?
No, set it up.
Huh?
What time are we going to do this Saturday?
Saturday will probably be about like about 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
Oh man, I won't be available.
Why?
Man, y'all get up early. It's all kind of soldiers and people on the phone. Y'all don't know how to. Dom be up. Dom gonna get up at the crack of dawn, and
I'll be around. I'll be fixing my lawnmower.
I have an event. I have an event that I have to attend from 11 to 3.
Can we do it earlier, R?
Dave's got an event. Can you do it earlier?
Early?
It depends on how early. Because I got to give myself. Yeah, I can probably do 9 o'clock.
I'm usually going to bed at 6, and I'm usually up by 8:30.
Yeah,
so 9 works perfectly for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's Bishop still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
9 o'clock.
Now I'll tell you this right now. I'll be at.
Depends on how much I drink Friday.
You'll be at the job. Yeah,
I have to do it for the job. I have to do it for the job. That's why I said it.
All right.
Which one of my brothers said depending on how much he drink, because we need to hang out together immediately. Because it depends on how much I'm gonna drink. So
talking about drinking with a name like Bishop. What the?
Hold on. Let me swirl around my head. Let it swirl around my head for a minute. I might come up with an alternative. Okay.
Okay, because I gotta be out of the house by 10.
Whoa!
I gotta go to Long Island.
Whoa! What you talking about? Alternative? You coming out the closet on this?
Wow! That being said, that's it. It's over. I am done. So thank you, Ronan, for being in the chat.
It always be your own kind. It always be your own kind.
You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Moody, Bishop, David, Dom, Mr. Live. Been real, been regular. So I will definitely update y'all on the next one. All right.
Wait a minute. Before you go, Dave, why did you ask live to stand up?
Okay. Hey, look.